on. You are listening to the Rise and Grind Morning Show. Mother Knows and Toya holding it down.
Yes.
Much love to Mikey Dredd and our
Yes.
sister Roxy Romeo. OMG. We have something special
Sure
to talk
do.
about today.
Come on, mother. Hit him with it.
Oh, I
Let 'em
told you
know.
she was coming. Don't get bossy like I do.
Oh,
Don't get bossy like I
hey.
do. Don't get bossy like I do.
Come on.
Y'all know who's here.
Have mercy.
She'll be at the Fillmore tonight in support of her first tour. Let's welcome to the Rise and Grind Morning Show, Miss Chloe Bailey.
Thank you, guys.
Welcome, Chloe.
What's up, pretty in pink?
I'm so happy you all have the best energy ever.
Come on now.
Come on now.
Bring it all the way through to
All the
Philadelphia.
way.
You look fabulous.
Thank
I
you.
love the glam.
Thank you.
Lashes popping.
Thank you.
Yes, girl.
Love
How
lash.
are you?
I'm fantastic. I'm so happy to be here. I had a show last night, and now I'm here in Philly, and I can't wait to perform. It's going to be amazing. The tour has been really spectacular. I'm so happy.
What songs are you looking forward to performing tonight?
The songs that I'm looking forward to performing tonight, I always love performing Body Do.
Oh.
Yes, and Have Mercy is always so fun.
We love that. Have mercy,
Come on
honey.
now. Held us down through the pandemic. You hear me?
Solo album,
Yes.
finally out.
Finally out.
Let's talk about In Pieces. What process did you take when recording a new album, Miss Chloe Bailey?
Yes, so I was being very vulnerable and very honest with myself and my feelings and what I was going through in those years that I was creating the project. And I really bared my heart and soul. And that's why it's called In Pieces, because even though looks can be deceiving and you might seem perfect and like we all have our shit together, but then when you get closer, you'll see that all of us are left in pieces at times. But it's not about how broken we are, but how we put ourselves back together.
Come on for the crazy
Come on now.
glue.
Yes.
That's what I'm
For the
talking
crazy
about.
glue.
What process did you take when recording the new album?
Yes, well, I was experimenting a lot. I was writing every day, producing, and it was so much fun. I felt like a mad scientist.
I love that because it actually said in the bio you wrote 11 of the 14 songs, and that's amazing. I was
Thank
going
you.
through the track list. I said, look at my girl
Yeah.
all over her own album because it's rare that you see that today.
Yes, and I produced on 12 of the 14 tracks. I executive produced it, and it was so much fun because I'm such like a nerd, and I love math, and then plus music, and that's production and engineering. And you know, it was great doing it for the group album with my sister and I, and now for myself. So it was fun.
What do you want people to get out of this album once they listen?
What I want people to get out the album is that you can never pinpoint exactly what I am. And the box that people have tried to put me in, it doesn't exist. And it's better to be unpredictable and not give what people are constantly expecting from you. That's no fun.
At all.
Come on. Now,
You gotta
why
mix it up.
have people tried to put you in this cardboard box?
You know, I have no idea. I've tried to wrap my mind around it, but I'm just like, you know what? At least they have my name in their mouth.
Come on, as long
Come
as they
on.
talking, girl, that's when
Exactly.
you know you really out here doing something and
Exactly.
making moves. Because if you weren't, crickets.
Exactly.
And you have a list of incredible producers and artists on your project. Tell us how they came about.
Yes, so I'm so happy to have The Dream and Metro Boomin and Mikey Echo, and I got to work with the Missy Elliott,
Yes.
and Future and Chris. So I have such incredible people on this record, and I'm so honored because I've been a huge fan of all of them. And it really just happened organically. Metro DM'd me my production video, and he's like, "Yo, we should work sometime." I was like, "Heck yeah," because I've always loved Metro so much. He inspires me even as a producer, and of course with The Dream, he's family. So it all just happened organically and right, and I'm really proud of the project.
I absolutely love it. I love the project. It's funny because the song that speaks the most to me, I would say, is Pray It Away.
Ooh.
And I was like, for Chloe to be so young and have that insight on that song, because you are at the age of, don't maybe bust these windows out your car.
Yes,
because
people will try
we
you.
will key you, we will pull up on you if
Yeah.
we have to put hands.
Hey, increase the peace.
Sometimes it goes like that. These F-boys will take us there. But for you to go on the other side of that and say, listen, let God take control. Like, yeah, basically, you might want to throw hands, but that's not the best way. So can you give us a little insight? Is it just drawn from a little personal experience or something, girl?
Well, people will try us on a daily. It's not even really just about the one you're in a relationship with. People will test your patience. They'll take your kindness for weakness. And sometimes you just want to stoop to their level and just give them a taste of their own medicine. But at the end of the day, it doesn't really do anything for us. They will win. So it's like, you know what, God, let me just pray it away. and you take control. Jesus, take the wheel.
Yes.
And I love that song because we all have those moments where we feel like we're going crazy because of how people are gaslighting us and making us feel stupid and low. And it's like, no, I'm not going to let you win.
Yes.
Come on now.
Yeah.
I wanted to speak on a bit of you addressing, because we've all heard that the way that they are unfairly trying to label you is insanity.
Yeah.
But I do love, you don't really respond to everything, so I feel like you're aware of what needs a response and what didn't. Did you prepare yourself to make that statement to basically the haters in your what was the Chicago show, correct?
Kiss my ass.
Yes, and
Kiss my
I
big
was
ass.
with you on that, because every now and again you do have to say something, but was that spur of the moment?
It was spur of the moment.
Okay.
You know, most of
loved
the
it.
times, whatever happens on stage, it's spur of the moment for sure. I was on such a high. I was thinking Chicago. It was such an amazing opening night of my first headlining tour. And I said, you know what? It was on my heart.
Yeah.
You gave it to them. I said, what?
Yes.
I ain't know Chloe Bailey had it in her like that.
Yes, because every now and again, I'm with you, girl. I mean, they always say keep it cute. But every now and again, you do have to get down in the mud with people and let them know. Like, don't let the sweetness fool you. I will get you together when need be.
Yeah.
But you don't address all of it. So
Never.
I love that for you.
Thank you. I definitely think people take my kindness for weakness because I'm an easy target because I won't say anything, and that's fine as long as they're talking.
Which songs vocally challenge you the most on this album?
The song that vocally challenged me the most on the album, Cheat Back. I was recording it
With
when
Future.
yes, I was recording it when I had COVID. I was alone in my place, and I was like, "Ooh, I want to do an octave jump on the last hook," and that was really fun.
Come on,
Yeah.
COVID voice too.
Yeah. So that's always really fun to sing, to be honest.
What are some of the most personal tracks and why?
Make It Look Easy, Lose You. Even though Dream wrote it, I felt like it was written specifically for me. That's crazy how art works that way.
Yes.
I feel like those two for sure, and Told Ya. As fun and, you know, talking shit as Told Ya sounds, it really came from an emotional place where I felt really discouraged. And, you know, I was writing it with my friend Tehran, and he was like, you know what, you better tell these motherfuckers that they could kiss, you know?
Yeah.
So that's why it's called Told Ya. I thought I told you. So to have the iconic Missy Elliott on a song that actually meant so much, on a song where I was lifting myself out of like this rut that I was in, that made it even more special.
Beautiful. I want to touch real quick back on Cheat Back.
Yes.
Now, I love that compilation, and I was happy to hear like a lot of country nuances.
Yeah.
And I know you're an ATL girl, so does your Southern background make you want to embrace country music more in your future project?
Absolutely. Like I love like the vocal flips, and you know how they would do yodeling, jumping back between mix and head and full. Like I love stuff like that. So for me, I'm a huge lover of all music, and I think that's why it feels like a huge melting pot of a bunch of genres. Like my whole project, I never just want to stick to one thing. So absolutely.
I love that. I love
Chloe,
that.
let me know why didn't the singles you released prior, Have Mercy, Surprise, Treat Me, and For the Night, did not make the album?
Yes. So the reason why I didn't make the album is because message-wise of the project, I wanted it to be cohesive. And the first 4 singles that I dropped came from a more confident place where I was when I wrote these songs. And if you listen to the body of work of In Pieces, it tells the story of how you're literally piecing yourself back together. It's a conceptual album as opposed to just singles. So, you know, probably on the deluxe, I'll throw them on there.
Okay.
You know,
we're going to get them at some point in time.
Yeah, but I definitely wanted to make a statement and tell a story through the body of work first.
Who is Chloe Bailey as an artist?
Chloe Bailey as an artist, she likes to have fun. She's very left of center, and she loves heavy, hard drums, and she just opens up her heart for everyone to see through the lyrics. So you really got to pay attention to hear what I'm saying.
I absolutely love that. Now, when it comes to the album, and we do know there's been mixed reviews on it, but I personally feel like I love the project.
Thank
and
you.
I feel like a lot of people, they don't take into consideration that you are even though we've heard of you for years, Chloe and Halle, but you are a first-time solo artist.
Yeah.
And there are going to be growing pains within that.
Yeah.
We're all trying to find ourselves at some point in time. So with the noise of what's going on, what tips do you use like to block it out and focus?
Yeah, well, I'm human, of course. At times I'm like, what? I'm like, do you not know how complicated this was sonically and musically as a musician piecing this together? But instead of trying to, you know, prove the haters and be like, no, I mean, it's art. art is all about perspective. If
Yes.
you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. And, you know, it's my first project. There will be more. So if you want to listen, you can. If you don't, then change it.
I love it.
You know, I'm going to still do me.
Yes, girl.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward. I can't wait to get the next project of Chloe in love, because you done got us through this, you know, the heartbreak. Now I want to
know.
see part 2 of how Chloe is when she's in love.
We got to talk to God about that one.
Come on now.
And as long as you pray on it, girl,
Let's open up
it's
that
coming.
Bible, John
Come on,
3:16.
right? Come on and give God some praise.
Chloe, can I just say, I love you and your sister together.
Thank
My
you.
song, I still sing it. Do it, do it, and that's just how we do it.
Yes.
Do it.
Oh,
And
my
that's
baby.
oh, what? That song gives me life. You hear me?
Thank you.
What's your response to people that feel you and your sister parted ways musically too quickly?
Well, we didn't part ways. You know, she was filming Little Mermaid. I was creating this body of work. And now that we're going to be in the same place at the same time, of course, a new body of work will be made. But people just need to mind their business.
Come on. I heard, and drink your water.
Yes.
Yes. She got the butcher knife and the razor right behind her tooth. I love
Absolutely.
it. Let's go. You had to fight for your life when you worked with Chris Brown. He's on the project as well. Recently, he announced that he has a song coming out with Ciara. And for me, the energy is completely different. Do you think the selective outrage is at an all-time high?
You know, I can never get inside of people's minds. I'm so proud of the record. How does it feel with Chris?
Good
I think
record.
we sound so beautiful together, and I'm just really proud of it and the video. So people can say what they want.
And you're going to keep on moving.
Yes.
Because you were indeed meant for this life.
Thank
when you
you.
have that natural, you just have it.
Thank
you
you.
naturally have it. You don't even have to try so much. And people, unfortunately, will always try to tear that down.
Yeah.
So just put
Yeah.
them blinders on and keep it moving,
Period.
girl.
When you're so passionate about something, it just kind of oozes through you. You don't really have to try for it. And I think people aren't used to seeing that recently, so they think I'm trying so hard for it and I'm
Yes.
just being. And it was so funny, too. I was on Twitter the other day. I know I'm not supposed to be on it that much, but there was this video compilation of me since I was a little girl, of Hallie and I ever since we were 7 and 5. And I haven't changed at all. I've been the same extra, doing too much little girl since then.
Yes.
So I haven't changed. I think people are just now being introduced to me.
Exactly. It's so funny that you say that, because we're going to get into your acting creds. Yesterday, I was watching Praise This, which
Yes.
is such a cute movie, by
Thank
the
you.
way. But as I'm watching, my mother walks in the house and she said, I know that girl. I've been watching her since she was little. She is so good in this. I said, yes, Mommy. We're interviewing her tomorrow. She goes, tell her I said hi.
Tell her I said hi
But
back.
I definitely will. But I think that's just the testament, because so many people get caught up with seeing little Chloe and little Hallie. And now that you guys have morphed into beautiful
And you're grown
women.
and giving legs and hips and body.
Legs and
It's so
hips
come on.
and body.
Yachty.
Get 'em, girl.
Yeah, but it's just hard. And y'all really got to take it easy on our girl. She's learning. We're all getting our feet wet. How would you feel if it's a mistake, or just, every time we try to do things, if a camera was pointed right at you for everything? So take it easy. You are handling this with so much grace. Now, Praise It. Can you tell us a little bit about the project? I enjoyed it so much.
Thank you. Well, shout out to Will Packer and Tina Gordon and Universal. You can stream Praise This on Peacock. I love being a part of that film. I play this girl, Sam. She's like this rebellious, failing musician, and she's trying to do everything in her power to make it work. She ends up getting sent to live with her extended family in Atlanta, and she gets thrown into the gospel scene. So I love that film. Quavo and Drewski and Mac Wilds and Angelica, they all killed it, and I'm so proud to be a part of that cast.
Yeah, it was a great film. I also want to get into, so you are about to be in a movie, I guess it was a Broadway adaptation of Girl from North Country.
Yes.
Now, girl, I read the synopsis, the overview of what it was about. What got me, it stars Woody Harrelson. How could you not be excited to work with him? That's like Hollywood royalty.
Yeah.
But I was like, the premise was Depression era 1934, and you're Woody Harrelson's daughter, adopted daughter. So I said, okay, this will be interesting. So tell us about this. How did you get wrapped up in this film, and what was it about that role that spoke to you?
Yes. So it's actually an incredible Broadway musical, and it's Tony Award winning.
Wow.
So this will be the film adaptation of it. And I'm so excited. It's such an incredible cast, and I can't wait to start filming it because you all know my dream is to have an EGOT.
Yes.
So I feel like it's like making steps forward, inching closer. So I'm really, really excited. And like I mentioned earlier, I don't want to be predictable. I don't want people to just see me as one thing. I was in Swarm, and then I did Praise This, a gospel film. Like, I don't want to be stuck in one box.
Absolutely.
I can be any and everything that I choose to be. So I'm happy that I'm picking projects that I'm quite passionate about and will show off my acting chops in that way.
Now, from popular to man, I know people say indifferent, but girl, I absolutely loved you in Swarm.
Thank you so much.
I feel so bad that one scene did get a bit overshadowed
Yeah.
by the work that you actually did. But for me, I was like, they're two actors, and they're respected Hollywood actors. You're not new to this.
No.
You're true to this. You've been in it for a while.
Yeah.
And I did see you do another interview with someone, and you were like, yeah, it looked realistic, but there was a bouncy ball in between, and dancing made you feel very comfortable with it. Girl, you did good in there, bro. I don't care what nobody say.
Thank you. I think for the people who actually watch it will realize that's like 2 seconds in the whole episode. And the shock value of the scene itself isn't me in my butt. So they need to watch it.
Well, it's Dominique sitting there looking.
Your fans have blamed your mentor, Beyonce, for not promoting your album. We want to know, how involved was Beyonce in your debut album?
She listened to it. She gave her notes. And I am just so grateful for her and her support.
What's her favorite song on the album?
You got to ask her that.
Oh.
Did she pull up on any studio sessions?
You got to ask her that.
Come on.
Get B on the phone. Listen,
Beyonce.
Michelle Williams is my girlfriend. I'm going to go through Michelle, or I'll get Kelly on the phone.
Yes, but the fact that Beyonce, you guys have been a part of that park.
Mother.
Yes.
You've been a part of the machine from the beginning. And of course, we hear it in the press. I know people been dragging with that, but I was like, y'all, we don't know every innuendo to this girl's story and their relationship. So I'm sure,
That's
Beyonce
Queen
doing
Bee.
her
No,
thing.
I love her to death, y'all.
Yes, love you for it.
Anything else you want to leave with the fans before we wrap up?
Buy and stream in pieces. And I can't wait to see you at the tour.
Yeah.
And expect more from me. This won't be the last. So.
Yeah. And tonight,
tuned.
where will you be?
Yes, I will be here in Philly. So I better see you at the show.
Yes, at the film.
Because we're going to do what? Don't get bossy like I do. Don't get bossy like I do.
Oh.
Hey!
Oh.
Give it up for singer, songwriter, Miss Chloe Bailey.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Chloe. Thank you for coming
you so
to the Rise and
much.
Grind Morning Show.
Thank
And
you.
please do not be a stranger.
Yes,
we
I
wish you
won't.
nothing but the best, my friend.
Yes.
Pretty in pink.
Pink Panther.
Yes. All right, we're all set.